as we're taking it back, we've got to keep our stable axis on the left side.
Oh.
So we can't rock to the right while we're taking it back correctly. We've got to stay rotate. We're rotating around that left side while we're taking it back. There you go.
That was it.
There you go.
Feels different.
So make it smooth.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Barry, the picture on the left is your swing at the beginning of the session, and the picture on the right is after we worked on staying on that left side a little bit better. Drawn a red box from the center of your ankles to the top of your head, and you can see how on the left you did sway to the right. Your head is on that red line, and on the right side picture toward the end of the session, you stayed much more on the left side. Your head is more between your feet and not on top of that right foot. Here we are at impact, and on the left is your swing at the beginning of the session. You can see how even at impact your head is still back on top of your back foot, but you started working on staying on that left side and rotating around a left leg axis. And you can see how you're much more on top of your left side. And that allows your low point to be in the correct position in front of the ball and lets you hit the ball first and not the ground. So that's a big improvement. This picture compares your F7 or your impact position to Grant Waite's impact position. And I've drawn some lines indicating the similarities between the two. The red arrow is basically your eyes looking straight down at the ground at impact, and the position of your head is in front of that back foot, just similar, very similar to Grant. The white line is the right arm extended through the ball, similar to Grant, and the blue arrow shows the angle in the right leg pushing towards the target. So in terms of the right side of your body in those three areas, you're very similar to Grant. Going forward, I do want to focus on the next part of adjusting your swing, and that's going to be the left side. As we look at the left arm of Grant, he has a fully extended left arm, and you have a bent elbow and cupped wrist. And that's the next area of your swing I want to start working on. This picture shows the position just past impact, and you can see how Grant still has both arms extended and his left hand is underneath his right hand. His wrists have crossed. I've shown a yellow arrow pointing at his left hand, which is underneath his right hand. And in that same position, you have not kept that left arm extended. Your white glove is above your right hand and your wrists are not crossed. So that's an indication that you're not properly hinging your wrist during the swing. Now, one of the reasons that that left arm does break down during the swing post-impact, I've drawn a blue arrow from your right hip down to the ground, and you can see how Grant has turned his hips. His right pocket is on top of his left foot, and you have not really turned your hips, and so the handle of your club is getting further away from the right shoulder and closer to the left shoulder, and that forces the left arm to bend to accommodate that shorter distance. By turning the hips and shoulders and keeping the hands in front of the chest, Grant is able to keep both arms fully extended because he keeps the handle of the club the same distance to both shoulders throughout that swing. This is a down the line view just past impact, and you can see how Grant's hips have turned. He's almost facing the target with his belt buckle, and you still are kind of sideways still to the target. You haven't really turned that much. I can easily see Grant's left and right back pocket, and you're still basically have the side of your leg to the camera. This is an interesting picture. On the right is your swing with your wrist crisscrossed, your white glove underneath the right hand, just like Grant has. But this was your practice swing. So when you take a practice swing and you don't have the idea of hitting the golf ball, you actually make a very good athletic golf swing. And your wrist and hands go through the impact zone correctly. So we just need to bridge over using this feeling on the golf ball. In this picture on the left was your ball swing, and in the picture on the right was your practice swing. And you can see how your hands are going through the ball much different. On the right, your practice swing, you have your left arm much more extended. You've got your wrist crossed. You've got the white glove underneath the right hand. And on the left, your ball swing, you chicken wing that left arm, and you cup the wrist and you bend that left elbow. And so there are some drills I need to show you to learn how to go through this action. Instead of cupping the left wrist, you learn how to hinge it upward as opposed to cupping. It's a different kind of feeling. So the next time we have a session, we're going to work exclusively on the wrist action during the golf swing.